Hey guys, it's Meredith Leon McCormick for Worldwide Magazine. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for all your support. We see our numbers going up on social media. Thank you. So continue to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We are so super excited about the summer series of introducing you to some of our favorite vendors that have been helping us out with professional expert opinions and work to feature in the publication for all these years. But now you get to actually meet the faces and the names behind the brands and all these other wonderful things. I am bringing to you now another dear friend, and when I tell you an amazing talent, besides the fact that he's so good looking, forget it, Marc Wilson. Hey Marc, how are you? How
Hi,
are you?
Meredith. How are you? You're so sweet. Thank you.
You're so good looking. That's all I'm going to say throughout the whole show. Yes, good looking. How are you?
I'm really well, Meredith. How are you?
I'm
Happy
good.
summer.
Happy summer to you too. I am so proud of all the wonderful things that you have been doing. And you've been doing this for years. You may look like you're 22, 24, but you've been in this game for a while. So, can you tell us a little bit
Yes.
about your company, the name of the company first, and how long have you been doing and what inspired you?
So, the name of the company is the Style Mark, and we have been in business for 22 years. Can you
Mm,
believe
mm,
that?
mm, mm.
22 years. Sometimes when I actually say the numbers, I don't, guy, it's hard to believe. We are a full scale event design and production studio providing flowers and event decor and design, from weddings to corporate events to fundraisers to bar mitzvahs to bat mitzvahs to destination events, both wedding and corporate as well. We like to kind of spread out a little bit in terms of design to keep our company and our concepts and our ideas fresh and clean. So yeah, we're a full scale event design and production studio.
And what made you go into this particular field of the industry? What about flowers and space designing drew you in?
That's a really great question. I was in the home furnishings industry for 8 years. But before that, I went to college in Missouri, where I grew up. I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. And I went to a small private school called Columbia College, and I studied fine arts. So I loved painting, I loved drawing, I loved textiles in particular. Textiles design was really, really something I really got attracted to. And when I moved to New York City, I ended up getting a job in the home furnishings industry as a textile sales rep doing national and international sales. I was successful at it partially because I understood design and I also understood how to sell. So that's that. So because of that, and when the company was bought out by Robert Allen, they bought the assets of the company and not the staff. So we were
Mm,
all, the entire company was wiped out from coast to coast in one Friday afternoon.
it
So I
sounds
took
rough.
my salary. They
Mm,
gave me a very nice stipend to go away. And I decided that I took a little time off and decided that I really did not want to go back into the home furnishings industry and thought, well, I entertained a lot for a living because a huge part of what I did in the textiles industry and as a salesperson was entertain clients,
wow.
dinner parties, both at homes and in restaurants and things of that nature. So I thought, you know what, this is something that I really like doing, but I didn't know if I was going to be really good at designing flowers. I had a good eye. I had, I think I have a very decent taste level, but I didn't know if I could physically know how to do this. So what did I do? I ended up going to actually doing research for the top five event designers, event planners, event florists in New York City. And
Wow.
I actually settled on Olivier, who's an amazing French florist, top of his game 22 years ago when I first started. And I went to his place. I went to several places, but I settled on him. I went to his place and I asked him, I said, I'm looking to intern. Would you be interested, or would you have a position for internships? And he says, well, we don't pay for interns. And I said, well, I'm not really interested in being
Hmm.
paid. I'll do it for 6 months for free. He said, he looked at me, smiled, and he says, you can start tomorrow. so,
He saw the genius in
so,
you. That
so
was a
that's
smart
so that's
move.
so that's exactly how I started in the floral and event design industry, is as an intern, and we actually would do restaurant boulets, uh, weekly flowers every Monday, every Thursday. So I started in the industry doing that, and then I gradually, after 6 months, I got a little training. Then I went to other event design companies, like people probably won't even remember this name, Robert Isabel, who really was kind of one of the forefathers of full scale event design and planning. Worked for Preston Bailey, which everyone knows Preston, who I
Hmm.
love and have much, much, much more, and still call him a friend. And also apprenticing and studying with other event design companies, and I slowly built my company from there. How I got my first job after probably a year and a half of interning and working for other people, as I went back to the home furnishings industry, talked to all of the people that I worked with, and said, "Look, we have markets twice a year. Why don't you let me come in and do your flowers for your market week, plants and flowers?" And that's how I started my company, doing that.
Wow. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's
Yeah,
just
thank
what a
you.
story. That should be a chapter in the book to help newcomers, the next generation, on how to pay your dues and then earn your way in through the industry. I think
Right.
this beautiful. But the other thing that, you left out is you also produced and created some sets for New York Bridal Fashion Week as well. And
Yes.
getting to work on high level shows where the
Yeah.
most amazing of people in the industry are there, so you have that. How did that come about?
Right. Well, I mean, I partially, I am fortunate enough that even before I got into the business, I have really good friends who are doing amazing work creatively as well. In the bridal, for Mark Ingram's Bridal Atelier, he knew Mira Zellweger, who, did I say that right?
Mira.
Mira, yeah, Mira Zellweger. My apologies on that. I had to really think about that because I was thinking of the actress, and it's not the actress. The bridal, she creates this incredibly beautiful bridal collection out of Israel, and I had met her actually at a dinner party, where Mark was at as well. And then I was asked later if I would be interested in helping her design one of her runway shows about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I obviously jumped at the chance of doing it, so we did that. Yimi of Kobayashi as well.
I
Yimi,
love
who we love. We actually love, 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 love him.
love
And,
Yemi.
and ladies, if you don't know about Yimi and his beautiful line, go check it out, because
Exactly,
it's
yes.
amazing. So, yeah, we've been doing some pretty high profile jobs. I have a lot of really high profile clients, but we really don't ever talk about them. But I just said, I think that's one of the reasons why they like us, is because we don't particularly care that they're famous or rich or wealthy or whatever. It's just,
It's your skill
we
and
just,
talent.
yeah, we like to do good work, and we like to work for really fun and great people who
who,
allow us to be creative.
who appreciate your creativity and your
Yeah,
talent.
yeah,
um so
exactly.
now, under this COVID and all the world is shut down and all the world is just booming in other areas, you have now ventured into another component of the industry. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I'm excited about that and I want to be a client.
You already are a client, darling. So, COVID, COVID just kind of swept onto us, and actually in January, and it hit America pretty hard in March. Um, I had just finished three big events for the Super Bowl in Miami, because we have an office in Miami. We worked for Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez for a private party for those guys. We did a 2-day private event for the Baha Mar Resort and Spa, and So we did 3 events doing that, and then that was February the second, and then COVID happened, and it was a
Wow.
hard stop across the world, right, and across America, and so previously I had created a pop-up shop called the Style Mark Shop, the Style Mark Store, and that was 2 years prior. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I just kind of go back and look at the Style Mark store? I had always wanted to create an e-commerce website
Mm-hmm.
around pretty much around flowers and home furnishings and things that make the home beautiful, and around dinners, your dinner parties, placemats, runners, beautiful flowers, stemware, flatware, things like that. So had an opportunity to create this one-stop shop, direct buy, ship to the client's door product line called the Floral Crate, where we will curate the blooms.
Wow.
I do a white. There will always be a white selection of blooms, seasonal
Right.
blooms, and then there will always be what we call the vibrant color.
Mm.
And so through the Style Mark home, this program is called the Floral Crate. We actually, the studio, call it Mark's Floral Crate. Hello. But it's the Floral Crate. And it has its own e-commerce website. And like I shared with you earlier, there are curated blooms, both in white and our color. Vibrant was what we call them. And there's 2 sizes. There's a classic, and then there's a deluxe package,
Wow.
different price points. And we will curate them and ship them directly to your door.
Wow.
Then what we do, also have a great tutorial for you to actually cut and clean the blooms with me on Zoom via a link that we're creating.
Wonderful.
So
So that means that I
yeah,
can call you and tell you, hey, I'm having a dinner party, I'm having a intimate wedding, and give you my color scheme. You will create something for me and have it shipped to my door?
yes, we can under certain limitations. Of
Right.
course, we can. That's really being a more curated
Mm-hmm.
product. I mean, our biweekly product that's on the site, you can just buy every other week.
Right.
For example, today's Friday. If you ordered it today and we got the order in on Monday, we could have them to your door by that following
That's
Friday. The same.
amazing.
So, but we are going to be able to have you call us and say, look, we're having a wedding. Or actually, I'm saying what we are actually pushing also is not necessarily a wedding, but say you want to propose, and you want to propose at home, because we have to be social distance, right? We have to
Exactly.
be really careful during this time. So we want to do something really special, and then why not get a box of blooms from Mark's Floral Crate,
Right.
come to your door, your fiance is surprised, what's this going on?
Wow.
You have your little evening set up together, you guys clean and cut blooms, and who knows, there might be a wedding ring in that little bloom, one of those little blooms.
Exactly. I love that
So
idea.
we're trying to create experiences. So we don't want our clients to limit themselves to just what we're the retail product part of our product. There is a customized part of the product that we're more than willing to do with clients. We do have limitations on when we can
Right.
ship. So that way the curated part, we can actually make sure we get it within the timeline that you want. Outdoor, it's great for outdoor barbecues, or picnics with the family, or just something that you do with your
Right.
kids. I mean, there's so many different ways to
Right.
engage your family. And the Floral Crate is not only about bringing beautiful blooms and a little bit of color and happiness and smiles into your life.
Right. I
It's
think we need
also
that now.
hopefully about connect. It's really, we're trying to make sure that you connect with your families. This is a great way to connect. When we've shipped out certain boxes, mothers and daughters have cut and clean blooms together, glassware around their house, to actually put the flowers in it and then put them around their homes, together. So I've gotten great response in terms of people saying this really brought my daughter a great afternoon or a great evening event. Our other family members and kids too. Kids
Right.
love this. So it's more than just flowers for us.
That's amazing. Great idea and great concept. Can you just, before we wrap, can you please just tell us where can we find your website and all your information? Can you give the viewers and the readers the full information?
Absolutely. You can find on all the social media platforms and predominantly Instagram, it's just simply the Style Mark, and you'll actually see items about the Floral Crate. The Floral Crate website is thestylemark.co, and that will to the Floral Crate. Uh, and then if you want to see our full event design and production website, it's thestylemark.com. It's MARC, the Style Mark. Don't put the K in, guys. You won't find me.
Perfect. Marc, I want to thank you so much for your time because I know you've been really busy pushing this out. It just launched. So I want to wish you the
Launch today.
Yeah, I'm like so super excited. So I want to tell you thank you and wish you the best. And we're going to encourage all our readers and viewers to check you out and book you for their next special event or just to be special, feel special, you know.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I thank you so much for on. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You take
You
care.
too now. So guys, that was Mr. Marc Wilson. I want you to really go to his social media website and see how amazing his work is. It's truly breathtaking. And for those of you that are still having your 2020 weddings, intimate, small, boutique-y weddings, please call Marc. He can help you design any space humanly possible. And he is, as you can see, very responsible socially, and knows how to do the social distancing and the sanitizing and all that other good stuff. He has met passed all the coding. Okay, so stay tuned, and until the next time, please visit all of our social media platforms. That's YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Ciao, Bella.